Let's start that again. Hey everyone, welcome to the second Toobers question and answer session. Today we are featuring the one and only Zeus. Welcome.
Thank you very much. What's happening, lads?
So on top of that, we also have Bittersteel and Greystorm here in the voice chat with us today. Hey everyone.
Hey guys.
What's up?
So what we're talking about today is Zeus has graciously, very graciously, volunteered his time to come and, talk with us about what's going on in the game with the update, the capture the flag, the way it's working, and just to answer some of y'all's questions. So if you've already seen in the chat, the queue has been opened and you can start asking questions. You're going to type !QA, both of those letters capitalized, and then your question. All right, so !QA. Zeus, how did you guys make this game so amazing?
Absolutely, dude. Ask it, yeah.
So feel free to ask away. So Zeus, right now we're watching a video that you guys made of the actual gameplay, some capture the flag gameplay. Now, we were going to have this before the event went live, but it is what it is. Things happened that were a little bit out of our control, so it is what it is. But the event is awesome. We'd like to hear about it.
Yeah, so I mean, what the video we're watching is basically it's us trying the event out before we release the kind of play testing it. So it's a lot of mayhem going on and a lot of trying to figure out what works and no works and fine tuning things. And basically, yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about this one personally. I'm very competitive gamer, so capture the flag was always something that I've really enjoyed in other games. So you're doing our own iteration was really exciting. Obviously, it's a new game mode. It's very different us playing at the office when we can talk to each other and we have a certain expectation of how things work. We know how it should work, but then launching it and figuring out, okay, so how can we explain it? It's very different. So I hope, it was pretty clear, for example, looking at chats that people weren't really getting it maybe at first, but then after a few battles, it was much better already. So I hope people will catch on. And of course, if it proves to be too difficult or whatever, we will always have to tweak it. But I want to see how it pans out before we start doing anything drastic.
Absolutely. Now, I love the game event so far, and I like just dealing the damage. I'm racking up massive damage, and I have my technique that works for me. But what do you think is probably the best technique for individuals to do? Here you can see that Dummage Dawn here, so Damage Dawn, this is his clone account. He's over here following behind Happy Cloud, right? And you can see that what he's doing is he's staying behind him, trying to get to the guy who has the flag. The flag got dropped. Next guy picked it up, and he stays behind them, kills them, and then picks up the flag immediately. Which is it's really smart. It's a great idea, and it seems to work for me as well. I try to do the same thing. What works for you?
I mean, I think I like the mode because every class has a kind of designated role once you figure it out. So what I think, for example, fixers, they're really good, obviously, at healing the flag carrier with repair bolts. Let's say you have the invulnerability perk, it's invaluable to heal the flag carrier. Let's say, a tank or a speeder are really good at carrying the flags for a little bit, at least the speeder, because you're very squishy, but the time to get to the flag is really short. And then, of course, as you saw in the video, driving behind each other. So you can drop the flag by using a nitro or overboost, or you can, if you die, the other person can pick the flag up and continue. So it's a lot about teamwork and coordination. For example, if you have a fleet mate, you can coordinate better. Like, okay, let's go for the flag together. You can drive behind me, etc., etc. So I feel like every class has a really designated role in this mode, which I'm really happy about because class identity, I think, is really, really important. So.
Absolutely. That's a really great description. So I really appreciate that. All right, so we're going to get into some of the questions that we had prepared for you that we want to ask every developer that we ever get on here. So what are your responsibilities as the senior quality assurance tester for Battle Bay?
So my main responsibility is obviously testing. So when we make something, it goes through many iterations. I try to find what's wrong with it, both design-wise and also bug-wise. And hopefully once we put it live, there's no bugs. Obviously that doesn't always happen, and it's a lot of figuring out how would a player behave? Like, I need to play. That's why we all play the game in the team, because we need to know how you guys will play our game. Like, it's really easy for us to say, okay, this is going to work like this, bam, boom, done. But in reality, you might use it somehow differently than we anticipate. So it's important to try to get into a mindset where I act as an actual player. So that's my main responsibility, basically, just going around trying to find faults in our game, misspellings, wrong gear score items, whatever it might be. It's endless, basically. And also, I aid with design. So, for example, the event game modes are, well, not only my design, but they're very largely what I've tried to come up with, and obviously the whole team helping us make it. So that's something I've taken more recently under my wing, so to speak.
That's awesome. All right, so besides being the guy who is tasked with trying to find all the bugs and thinking like the everyday player thinks, how do you like working on the Battle Bay development team?
I love it. Like, there's nothing I'd rather do, because I come from a very competitive gaming background, and Battle Bay is, I think, by far one of the most competitive games we have on mobile. So I'm very happy to be a part of it, and I consider myself very lucky, and I love every day. Some days more, obviously, but every day.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, so how long have you been with Team Battle Bay, and did you work for Rovio in other capacities prior to joining the Battle Bay team?
Yeah, so I started at Rovio in 2013, so that's 5 years ago, and I worked for our publishing division. For you guys who don't know, publishing means basically you kind of do co-development in a sense with another smaller game studio, and then we publish it under our name, which means to get more traction, whatever. And that was really interesting. You got to work with a lot of developers around the world and kind of see how they do things, and it was really fun. And then 3 years ago, I think it was pretty exactly, that I started with the Battle Bay team, which is 1 year pretty much before we soft launched. So that was an amazing experience, obviously, for me, because I hadn't worked with an internal team before that. So that was really nice. So yeah, I've loved every second of it, really.
That's awesome. That's definitely awesome. All right, so a follow-on question to that is, without divulging the deep, dark secrets of Team Battle Bay, what is it like day to day working behind the scenes?
Working behind the scenes. So people maybe think that we're a huge team. We have endless people and a lot of coding, like an army of coders, but we don't. We're basically 12, 15 people sitting in a corner, very dimly lit, obviously, and but we're having always a good time. Like, it's all about coming in the morning and figuring out, okay, so what are we doing today? And obviously, hopefully, we know that already, and kind of just catching up of people, like, can I help you with anything? Like, trying to check what Mika's up to, trying to check what the other coders are up to, like, where are they? Can I test something? For me, it's a lot about trying to help people, like not enabling people, trying to help people with their work. So that's a lot of what I do behind the scenes.
That's awesome. All right, so let's see here. What is the question you get asked the most besides this question?
Yeah, that's a good one. So I think it's when my friends or someone asks me what I do for work, I say, well, I play games, and they're like, what? So they literally ask, like, you play games for a living? I'm like, yeah. Like, in a short sense, that's what I do. So I think that's the question I get asked most. Like, basically, really? Like, is that what you do? It's like, yeah.
All right, that's I could see that being a very, very common question. All right, so understanding you can't say a lot, or maybe even anything at all, what do you think the future of Battle Bay holds in store for its community?
Broad question. Personally, I'm looking to hopefully get some more game modes in. I'm really hoping we get some more variety going, so we can start rotating those and having something fresh every week. As for larger things, I can't really tell you, because it's I just don't want to spoil the fun.
That's fair.
So
that's fair.
At least on the shorter term, I feel like we should be able to at least have some good variety in game modes, and hopefully you guys will love that as well, because I think events is something great. So I want to keep working on that.
I think everyone would agree, and that leads into my very next question. So most everyone is in love with the events. So has the team given any thought to making that a permanent staple of the game, similar to how ranked is always available, or even allowing those alternative game modes in custom battles?
Yeah, so that's a good question. Yes, obviously we put thought to it. The thing is, I think from my perspective, is that if you play a game mode, let's say, if the game mode will always be available, it's much easier to burn out on it. Like, it's very clear, for example, that if you have an event going, you have an event going for, let's say, 3 days. That game mode's really exciting and fun. But I mean, if it's always there, then it's really not that exciting. Like, let's say you would have Team Deathmatch permanently available, and then would have an event which is boosted Team Deathmatch. You're not really that excited about boosted Team Deathmatch at that point. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword making something permanently available. Not saying it's impossible, but it's not as straightforward as going, yeah, that's it, you know.
That's a very, very, very fair answer. Now, is that the same reasoning behind, not putting it into the custom battles as well?
I think custom battles is different because so the reality is obviously, not everyone is interested in custom battles, but of course we would want to cater to those people that are. But it's maybe a bigger task than just putting it there, like going like, hey, so it's all about prioritizing, like, okay, do we want to do something bigger that more people can enjoy, or do we want to make something for custom battles that maybe not as big of the player base might enjoy? So I'm not saying it's impossible either, but I don't think it's like something we'll do in the very near future, at least.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so we can go ahead and start taking some of the questions here that we have from the audience. Mm-hmm. So here's a question that someone has. You may not know the answer to this, but someone asks, do you know why the shop items for the UK are almost twice the price of the US? Now, I think that one just has to do with, especially if it's the Apple Store, they add a tax to it for any transactions outside of the United States, and then you also have currency exchange rates. So,
I think it's basically currency exchange rates. I can't really tell you exactly why, but I think that's a simple reason. I mean, we don't really set the price manually to be twice,
Yeah.
In this case, so.
I don't think you guys have too much to do with how Apple and Google bill people.
Yeah.
All right, so Warhawk here, he says that the capture the flag matches are taking too long. There should be a limit. And his question leads into, would it be possible that the first team to capture the flag twice wins? So you have your time limit, but you also have that additional rule, kind of like how it was for the 1v1s, where first person to 2 kills wins.
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So in development, that's kind of what I was leaning towards as well. I was leaning towards 2 or 3 as the cap, and but eventually we decided that it just becomes too hectic and it becomes too snowbally. Like if you capture 2 flags and it's instantly over, like it just feels bad. So I'm not saying it's not going to happen. Like, it might be something we can do, but when we played it, it really didn't feel like it was that good of an experience.
Okay. So Matt Benson, he says, why can people pick up flags with their spawn shields and speed still active?
So shields, obviously you can use shields even when you have the flag. So that's not a problem, I feel like. But when you're talking, for example, you can nitro into the flag or overboost into the flag. You still get speed capped. It does give you a very, very slight boost if you nitro just as you are about to pick up the flag, or overboost just as you're about to pick it up. But the actual effect is not even remotely close as you would get if you would not have the flag. So the flag does slow you down significantly. So the difference isn't actually that big.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I was thinking something along the same lines. Restless Dude, which is Wave Blower. I think we might have already answered your question, which was talking about creating the events and custom battles. Let's see here. Jason Fries says, Zeus, when will you guys, the gods of Battle Bay, bless us with a new item?
A new item? That's a great question. We have a few sitting in a testing state. So let's see.
All right. Well, that's some great news for those of you who are always asking about that. Let's see here. Do you think that a one cap win system would work better? A lot of effort goes into capping returning just once. And that's from Epic Plays.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of what I answered before as well. But I mean, I feel like if you limit it too little, then the opportunity of coming back is not really there. At the same time, the match is also short enough that sometimes you don't have the possibility to come back. So it's a bit of a, again, double-edged sword. We don't want to make too short battles, but we also don't want to make way too long ones. So it's just about to find out, like, for you guys to give us feedback about it. Like, how does it feel? Like, is it too long now? Is it too short? Like, should we cap it? We can, but it's all about, trying to find that balance. What actually feels good? Because at the end of the day, as much as we want, it's impossible to please everyone. So it's just about, what actually feels the best out of all the options we have going for us. And obviously, the great part about events is that we can make this 1 week, and then the next week, 1 cap is enough, So, and then the next week, 3 caps or whatever. So it's all about trying things out and finding the balance there.
Absolutely, 100%. I definitely, 100%. You can't really know how it's going to work out until you let such a large population play it. So definitely makes sense. Pleasant Bird, is the matchmaking any better this event? Yes, I think so. It seems that way.
So. I hope so. I mean, we made some changes to gear score, as you've probably read already. Because obviously, we don't really want to disclose exactly how matchmaking works, because if we do, then we'll have more people trying to game it. So there's also, I think, no perfect matchmaking. Everyone will always have a problem with some aspects of it. But I think it's getting better all the time. And, it's something that's always in development. Like, I don't think we can ever say, okay, matchmaking's finished, this is it. So
okay, fair enough. So Black Fusion, he says, isn't it fair you could fleet and throw like 5 napalm layers on your flag? No, not really. I don't think that's unfair. I think that's a tactic.
I mean, I feel like if you're giving up that many slots to just have napalms and napalming your flag, then you're doing not that much other things. And also, like, the ticks you're going to get are not that many because the flag area isn't actually that large. But I mean, it's a tactic, and if it becomes a problem, we'll deal with it. But we didn't feel like it was a problem when we tested it, but we'll see.
All right. Rebellious Queen, I think we answered your question as well, which was talking about the events remaining on the battle, remaining in game. So we've already answered that one. Let's see here. Ahedot, will you at anything bring back older events? So the events they're talking about, the old events, they're going to cycle these events out. As we said earlier, Zeus brought it up. He said they're going to try and keep it fresh every week where they're rotating out different events, which I think is phenomenal.
Yeah, so I mean that's the plan. Like, I want to get to a state where we'll basically have something fresh for you guys every week. It doesn't mean a new game mode every week. It means a variation or some kind of new thing that will make it more exciting or play differently. So yeah, we'll keep rotating different game modes for sure.
All right. So Nicholas, he asks. So right now he's saying that everyone in the event is experiencing the same rewards and that they're not based on player league. He's asking why that is.
Oh, so you mean why, Nightmare Play doesn't get more coins?
I think he's talking about the gold and sugar resources.
Oh, right. I'm not entirely certain why we decided to go with that, but I'll check it out.
All right. So LM Gaming and Shadow Gear both have kind of the same, actually, and J Josh, the 3 of them in a row have almost the same question, which is skins and custom paints for the ships. They want to know about that possibly in a future update.
Hopefully.
All right. That's a really good question. What about you guys, Gray or Bitter? You guys got any questions?
Yeah, I think I got a question for the Battle Bay. I mean, YouTubers community. Anybody that does content for Battle Bay, which there's a lot of people that do content for Battle Bay. Like future wise, like I'm noticing like on the Google Play stores, like 300,000 active users. Is there going to be any more marketing for this game so we get more people into the game for more content? Make our channels grow a little bit more for Battle Bay?
I have actually no idea what marketing will happen, so I can't answer that, unfortunately.
There you go. Let's see here. X-Blaze. We kind of answered this question of yours, talking about a respawn feature and option in custom battles. We discussed that already about not making something that's available all the time, but for customs possibly in the future. Just have to see what comes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Guys, if you've already asked a question, by the way, once I've asked your question, you can then go back into the chat and you can type that QA again and we can ask another question at that point in time. But you can only ask one question at a time. All right.
I actually see one that might be a good question from AZ. He asked, like, is there an issue with the boats popping up out of nowhere when they're really close to you, just around a corner, and all of a sudden they just appear on the screen?
If there is an issue with it.
Well, I noticed it too. Sometimes, like, you can see a boat from across the whole map, even if they're behind a wall. But sometimes, if they're behind a corner, like right in front of you, you cannot see them, and all of a sudden they pop up and kill you. It seems like maybe they could see you, you can't see them. Is there a bug with that?
No, but I mean, there is cases where you can have vision of an enemy behind a wall and they can't see you because of a teammate giving you vision.
Like when a speeder scouts ahead, your entire team can see their team, but their team can only see the speeder, right?
Oh, okay,
So,
that makes sense.
Even if you don't have visibility on them in the horizon, they won't be there, but they are there, right? And as soon as you get like visibility on them, they'll just pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, so there is cases where someone can see you around the corner and you can't see them because someone else has scouted them for you. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense that way. Yeah, sure, for sure.
All right, so Necro Gaming, he wants to know, Zeus, do you hate raging? So, like, when people get upset.
When people get upset, I mean, it depends on what you get upset about. Like, if you get upset and say, this is shit, I would do it like this, that's fine. I mean, criticism is great. But if you simply say matchmaking sucks or this sucks or whatever sucks, it doesn't help me. Like, I can't really make the game better because you say just something sucks outright. But I mean, of course, if everyone says, something's wrong, then maybe something is wrong. But I mean, it helps us much more if you're actually a bit more specific in what sucks than just X sucks. So.
All right. Coffee Pots wants to know, will there ever be a Mark 8 or a new boat?
Sorry, if there will ever be a...
If there will ever be a Mark 8 or a new boat?
Yeah, likely. I'm not sure which is more likely, but hopefully.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so ready for a ship that like buffs like ships around them. Like maybe a pulse that like ups your teammate's speed by like 5% or something like that. That would be insane.
Speed or defense, that'd be cool. Or an aura effect for a fixer that just anyone who's near the fixer gets health right away. Well, obviously at a lower amount, but
or a weapon or a weapon that shoots out like shooter Mark 1s controlled by AI or something.
Oh yeah, little bots that come around you and protect you.
That's pretty funny. All right, so Epic Play says he has a hard time making it to 900 coins when there are longer rounds in the event. So, the more time it takes to play, the longer it takes to get those coins. And he was talking about saying, what do you think about giving more than 10 coins for wins that come from longer and harder rounds?
Yeah, so we've discussed that, I think, latest today. And it's a bit of a bigger thing than it might actually sound, but it's something we're at least considering.
Okay. So Ultra the Fixer, he wants to know if there will be a single player mode for custom battles. And I think what he's talking about is having the ability to go and just practice against bots. So that way you don't actually have to get players involved when you want to go and test gear. You just want to go and mess around and play your targeting on some bots.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely also, something we've talked about. I don't know if and when, but it's something on our radar.
Warhawk, we already answered your question about the rewards in the event. He said that he's going to look into that. Let's see here. Who is that? Nitten, we just answered that question about new ships. Let's see.
I did see a question. He said it's not a question, but he said he's very pleased with the new matchmaking and gear score, Zeus, so that might make you happy.
All right, that's nice. Nice to hear. Good.
Something positive for you.
Something for a change, you mean?
Let's see here. Brian Carpin, I'm not going to ask that question because he does not work for that part of the team, and that's they will never divulge that information anyways. It's none of your business why someone was banned. Let's see here. Mr. Zeus, this is coming from Swift Warrior 07. Why is the handling in the new update so tough from before? What was changed and why?
Handling, do you like ship handling or aiming or
maybe a combination of both?
Yeah, maybe a combination. So let's I would suggest you check your options straight away, because obviously we created some new options, but shouldn't have changed the options for anyone. But you should definitely check out the options we have and try to enable and disable and find something that suits you, because we shouldn't have changed handling from before. So.
No, I've seen that with certain people. I think it might have happened to me once on one of the updates. I had to go back and put my options, reset them to where I had them because they just reset automatically one time.
Yeah,
so I know
it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. So that's why I think you should check out your settings first of all. And if it still doesn't get better after you try it a bit, let us know.
All right. So XBlaze, he was wanting to know, which we already answered the one about Mark 8 boats, but he's wanting to ask also about a league above Nightmare.
So, I mean, League above Nightmare is it's a bit like I would like it in a sense, but at the same time, like then you're having much less players like overall in the league, and then Nightmare isn't that prestigious anymore. Obviously, the new league would be, but it doesn't really feel like it's needed right now. What I would rather do eventually, if it's needed, is to actually bump Nightmare up a little bit if needed and balance accordingly, than to just make a whole new league. I'm not saying it's impossible, but at least that's what I feel like we should be doing.
Okay. Let's see here. Cosmic Warrior, I'm going to ask this question, but I'm going to tell you the answer before Zeus gets the chance to answer it. Okay. He wants to know, can there be a restriction on how many mortars a shooter can have? Because it's so annoying when people just spam. The answer is no. You can't take away people's choices to be mortar spammers.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry.
Let's see here. J. Josh, does Carronade ship talents, I'm guessing you're talking about the captain talent, slow the ship speed of the target? Yes, if you hit them and you have those talents trained. But you have to make sure you have the first talent trained. The initial 30% has to be trained for both of them, the turret and the ship.
Yep. Correct.
Let's see here.
I got a question.
Yep.
Can you please, pretty please, with sugar and cherries on top, put a minigun in the game?
A minigun? Wait, a minigun.
Let's see here.
I don't know, man. It sounds a bit OP to me.
Okay. So my idea with the minigun, I think I might have told you this before, but maybe just to refresh memory, my idea with it would be completely auto aiming guns. So it maybe burst of 30 rounds, but to get the full effect, you would have to keep it on the boat. So hitting speeders and stuff like that would be obviously harder than a defender, but still. Even so, with the waves and everything, I feel like it would still be hard in a skill weapon to hold it onto your target the whole time to get the full effect. Saying each bullet at epic level would be like 80 per bullet, and then you get 30 rounds. I don't know what that multiplies to right off the top of my head, but something along the lines of that. And then maybe get a bonus if you get all 30, you get like a crit.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, I like that idea. It's a good idea. I think it will be a cool weapon for sure.
Let's see here. Shadow Gear. I'm just going to say you should probably check your device. If you're not able to move your joystick during battle, that's probably a device issue more so than anything else. So that's... Yeah. It sounds like you have a hot spot maybe on your screen right in that area where after a period of time it just stops. You have to won't work for a moment.
Try flipping your device around. Try the other side. Maybe that spot got wore out or something on your sensors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Restless Dude Wave Blower, he wants to know if you're ever going to create an AI for the ships that float so that floaters, intentional or not, can actually be somewhat useful. And specifically what he's talking about is, the game, I don't know if you all can tell. Maybe you could tell me. You can tell whether or not someone disconnected in a battle. And then if they did disconnect, then the game would automatically throw in a AI mode boat just to go out and at least shoot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea. It is obviously a bigger undertaking than it might sound, but it's something we've thought about as well. So.
Okay. Let's see here. Rebellious Queen. Give it a scrap.
Now, I do notice in Nightmare you don't get as many floaters because I feel like in Nightmare most of the players are pretty serious players at this point. They've managed to figure out that they're on the right network and they don't want to float. But yeah,
sometimes it's uncontrollable too. Like you get a call, like you're playing on your phone, right? Stuff happens.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely does.
Anything can happen, but I don't think floaters are a huge problem right now, at least.
Rebellious Queen, I'm not really sure what you mean by this. You wanted to know about being able to scrap one level at a time instead of a whole level 10 weapon. Are you talking about just being able to step down your weapon? So instead of going from level 10, you could go back to level 9? I'm not quite sure what you're asking. Yeah, why?
I see what you're asking, but it's I don't really see why you would want to do that.
All right, let's see here. Why does your ship movement button reset when you're still holding the screen? Again, that's a device issue. Let's see here. Warhawk, please read this one. In the event everyone get the same chances on... So, in the event, everyone gets the same chances on parts, pieces, perks. He's talking about the box price should change from one league to another. So Nightmare will get 30 boxes per 900 coins, and Ace would get 25 boxes per 900 coins. So basically, he wants there to be like a cost reduction in, I guess, in the box price for the higher your league is. I don't really think that's fair at all.
No, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I mean, events is basically meant to be something that everyone can enjoy because, for example, even if you're a low-level player, getting a epic perk is not really great for you because you don't have the weapon to complement it. So I mean, it's nice for you that you're able to actually get those things instead of having to be high level to enjoy the event.
And I think for a lot of new players, it's really overwhelming to go up against people with really good gear because they've been playing for a longer time. So I like the new directions that Battle Bay is going in that like they're throwing a lot of free. You still have to earn it, but it's a lot easier to earn than for me when I was playing pre-global. So and that actually helps out the competitive image in Battle Bay because they're making it easier for the newer guys to have better stuff. So it's people are more likely to start on the same foot, right? And that just makes the game a lot more competitive too, right? You're not just steamrolling everybody.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree completely.
Absolutely. So Jason Fry, he says, Zeus, I know that the Unbreakable Frost was too OP when using Frost Torp, but would it be possible to consider allowing Frost to last at least 2 to 3 seconds after someone shoots your cannon and breaks your Frost?
Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible. I mean, Frost is definitely one of the things on our radar, and Frost is one of the more tricky things to balance because it can go from, okay, you're not slowed at all, to your perma-slowed and everything hits you and you die and it's not fun. So it's very tricky to get that perfect balance where, okay, it's still a useful weapon, but it's more of a niche weapon. It's not the best weapon all the time because it just kills the target because it becomes stationary. So it's definitely something we're looking at, like balance-wise. But your solution is one solution. I'm not sure if I agree with the solution, but that's fine. But let's see what we get up to.
All right. So, Vanta, we kind of already addressed this, which was talking about customizing the color or design of the turrets. And he specifically says just the turrets, because he's saying, changing the color of the ship body might become confusing. But the boring gray turret, I mean, come on.
The boring gray turret.
That's what he said.
Okay, well, I mean, fair enough. I'm sorry, it's boring, man. We'll have a look. We'll have a look.
Sorry, man. That's right.
I actually like the ability to know what weapon that someone is about to fire, right? Each turret is distinct, right? So if someone has a big torpedo and they paint it gray, right? I'm not gonna I think it's a swift torpedo, so I'd be like moving a little differently if I knew they're about to fire a swift torpedo, and it would completely like throw me off.
Yeah, and I think that's how you can actually throw people off if you don't switch your weapon until after your global is done, instead of switching straight away. So that's one of the skill factors I feel like as well.
I just like paint my blast cannon yellow or something and pretend it's an explosive.
All right, so XBlaze, he has a question, and it's talking about basically increasing the way that coins go to damage dealers in the event, because right now coins are really only rewarded for the individual who was able to get the flag there. Now, not saying that that's the only factor, but it's definitely the major factor in determining who gets the most coins. But he wants to know about dealing 50,000 damage. You destroyed the guy who caught your flag 5 times now. You've already killed him a whole bunch of times. It's a pretty equal effort. You know, it shouldn't all go to the guy who got just the flags.
Yeah, and it doesn't. Returning the flag also gives you contribution. So keep returning those flags.
Okay. Let's see here. But now, that's only if you get the flag, right? So let's say you shoot the guy, you did all the damage, and someone else came and just picked up the flag because they were right there, but you did.
It's a bit of a simplistic answer maybe. So let me go a little bit more deep into. So basically, I agreed that damage to the flag carrier is kind of more important than damage to other people, but at the same time, when you kill someone else, it's indirectly also very good for a team. Not only do you increase their death timer, but also you get an advantage trade up. So it might actually sometimes be more beneficial to kill someone else. So it's not as simple as just slapping a flat value saying, okay, damaging the flag carrier gives you more contribution, because it might not always be the best thing you can do either. So,
all right. Let's see here. LM Gaming, also known as Cosmic Warrior, he says, is it possible to give us fixers another point on the yellow slot so we can use a Tesla shield? Or is that too OP?
That would be so OP.
Oh, it'd be so awesome, though.
I don't think so. Let's see. I mean, we like balance, and like when I talk about matchmaking, balance is like in the same boat. Like it's never really going to be done. Like there's always things to balance, and I think we're never gonna reach a perfect balance. So and I don't think we have to. Like the game should stay fresh. So it's something we can think about, but probably that's not the first place I would look for balance.
Fair enough. All right, so let's see here. Swift Warrior, he's talking about the aim and ship movement. Sometimes the buttons just don't respond. I think a lot of people are saying they're having this issue, but I'm thinking that's more of a device issue. I don't really have that too terribly much.
I mean, that's obviously not what should happen. If you feel like that, if you feel like it's changed drastically from the update, we'll have to take a look at it. But I mean, what we know, we didn't change anything deliberately, nor do we know any bugs with it. So we'll, if there's an issue with it, we obviously have to fix it. But like, we don't know if there's an issue at this point.
Okay.
I know for me, when I visited over there in Estonia for the visit there, and I was playing on my device, had like a Samsung Galaxy J7, and I think it was Mika. He was laughing at me. He's like, "You actually play on this thing?" And like I didn't know the difference. I got a Samsung Galaxy S8, and it was a world of difference. My son now has that phone and plays on that phone, and I try to play on that phone sometimes, and I just can't, because it's like the controls are completely slow. Everything is just slower and not as smooth. So I know the device does matter too.
Yeah,
definitely does. Epic Plays, he's wanting to know, is it possible to create an option where clan members, guild members, would be able to trade resources or weapons to each other?
No way. If people, you saw how what happened when people had the opportunity to exploit the guild raffle system when it first came out. Imagine the ability to trade weapons and items.
I mean, I'm not against more trading and more guild interaction, but obviously it would be a
Too
very
easily
bad way.
exploited.
It would be a very bad way, let's say, that you can give away your epic blast cannon to a level 1 player, for example. That's not what we want at all. So but obviously, resources maybe. We want obviously guilds. We want to improve on guilds all the time, because I think guilds are great. Like, you want to be with your community, and you should be able to help your community out. So maybe not weapons in itself, but maybe something else.
Yeah. Other games have a system for guild upgrades, right? Like, there's guild donations, right? Everybody can contribute a little bit of gold or something, and then they can, the guild leader or guild officer can buy upgrades for the guild, maybe like a 1% increase in weapon damage or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good idea as well. I mean, that's something like the guild metagame, as we like to call it, is something that we definitely want to expand upon in the future at some point.
All right. Coffee Pots says he doesn't know if this is a good idea, but can there be item pieces in the daily battle chests? Well, there already are. There's a chance of getting an item piece in those daily battle chests, the 3 that you get. I've gotten a legendary item piece from there a couple of different times. Let's see here.
I have.
Nitten wants to know if we can ever fleet with more than 2 people, and is it possible to expect a 10v10 event in the future? That would just be chaos. Chaos.
That sounds like a fun time. Possible, yes. So fleeting with obviously like 5 people will make it much harder to actually match those people, because the parameters have to be so much closer to each other to get a fair kind of match going on. So that's why we haven't really gone much into it, because it's a very big undertaking. It also requires to kind of change how we do fleets at the moment, because you can't just have 5 names at the top of the thing. We would have to remake the UI and so on. So it's definitely something we want to do at some point, hopefully, but it's not maybe in the very near future at least.
Okay.
Ooh, I got one. What about a battle royale mode?
A battle royale mode, that's all the craze now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we've been joking about it. So let's see.
I would prefer free-for-all, but that's just me. Whoever gets the most kills. Well, Battle Royale basically means last man standing, but free-for-all just means you get as many kills as you possibly can. You still respawn, but there's no team. It's just everyone's going for everyone.
Then you gotta figure out tiebreakers still, though.
And then what happens when I come and kill steal all your kills, Warner? What happens then?
I don't know.
I didn't have an answer to that.
All right, so J. Josh says he wants to know if there could be a talent, probably underneath Buzzkill, where a railgun receives a boosted damage effect on a stunned target. So if your teammate, a speeder, and this is to give speeders or even any other yellow boat really a new playstyle, they could fleet with their partner who has a railgun. They stun someone, their partner shoots him with a railgun, and that railgun gets boosted damage.
Yeah, so I mean, it's an idea for a talent for sure, like doing more damage to, obviously we already have fire, we already have frost, but I think stun is tricky in the way that I think stun is already powerful enough, and making it even more powerful is not something we really want to do at this point, because obviously that would make stun more powerful straight up. So it would obviously enable that playstyle, but I'm not sure if that's a healthy playstyle, because it would also just make stun more powerful in all other situations. So it's not really maybe something we want to do.
Okay, so Rebellious Queen wants to know, would it be she wants to know about a next battle for, the next battle button in events. I know you guys get asked this a lot, including by us. So
yeah, something that we might do or might not do. The reasoning, obviously, for next battle not being there is, if you would have a system where it would not be possible. Let's say your battles would be limited. So it's something we know you want, but let's see.
Okay. So Hypernova, which is also Piglet in game, he says, could you please add an option where you can turn off the red and green glow when you take damage or get healed, respectively? It's really disorienting. And I agree. If you're getting smacked a lot, it can completely cloud your entire vision to where you can't actually see what you're doing.
I think that's, I mean, Options. We could add an option for it. I'm not sure if we will. Something I can take up with the programmers later. But I think if it distracts you that much, then maybe it's the intensity of the effect that's wrong and not actually the implementation. Because I feel like, at least for me, it's been really useful most of the time to see what's happening around. But obviously, if you get hit a lot and it looks like you're in an ambulance, then that's not what we want to achieve either.
I've actually already experienced that, and I agree, it can be very disorienting. You're like, oh my god, what is going on my screen right now? Let's see, Shorty wants to know, we already answered this one talking about a Battle Royale mode. Yeah, everybody wants it. Everybody knows. Let's see here. I'm going to skip that question for now. I'll come back to it. Squad Up, we've already answered that question about events being added into customs later on down the road. See, Cosmic878 says, are big torpedoes going to be nerfed anytime soon? They're rampant in this event. So get one.
I mean, do you feel like it's different from any other event? I mean, I don't feel like it's different because, you know, you can outplay them in the same way you would otherwise. Like, even though you have the flag, it doesn't mean you have to tunnel vision on, you know, going in a straight line towards your own flag. Probably that's not what you want to do. So I don't think a big torpedo nerf is coming for this event, at least.
Yeah, I don't think it's OP.
Not anymore. Yeah, definitely. Once the Frost situation resolved, the big OP-ness kind of dropped. Let's see here.
That's the great thing about gaming is like you can counter everything. If people are using big torpedoes, stay away from the walls. Keep an eye out for them. You know.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Another question here. This is a really good question. This is from Jaiping Zeng, and he wants to know what you think about the current fire meta. So, you know, all of those triple firebomb users, or, you know, those other ones who are using the flare and blast and flare and explosive, and it seems to be the only thing that ships run these days. And then the second part of his question is, are there any plans on changing how defense works, or will it remain as a flat damage reduction?
Yes, I mean, I think both of those questions are really, really good. One, obviously, the fire meta, you know, it was something that was formed after, you know, people figured it out. Like, this was obviously in the game for a long time, and it was probably one of the better setups for a long time, but, you know, it took a while for people to figure it out. And I think one of the reasons it's still meta is because we haven't really made any more drastic balance changes towards it or other things. And that's obviously something we need to do. Like, we need to keep the meta fresh, and we don't really see, like, if I compare, let's say, Flare Blast to Frost Mine back in the day, I don't really think you can compare the two. I don't think Flare Blast is that broken in comparison. Like, it's not broken at all. Like, it's just a good combo to use. That's the difference. Like, Frost Torp or Frost Mine even were nearly broken in the sense that there was no outplay potential in them. But I don't feel the same way with Flare Blast. But obviously, it's very strong, and hopefully we can shake up the meta in some ways in the future. And what was the second part? I forgot.
The second part was about are there any plans to change defense perks in the future, or will they always just remain a flat damage reduction?
Right. Yeah. No, that's also a good question. Defense is definitely something that we've talked about as well, because obviously defense isn't bad by any means, but it's kind of niche in the way that it counters specifically mostly Carronade. It's extremely good against Carronade, not good against fire, etc. So it's definitely something we want to do something to. I don't think, for example, converting it into a percentage value is the way to go. It's been suggested many times because it's just not scalable at all. Like, imagine, you know, you would have minus 50% on a 20k HP defender. Like, that's not great, you know. So that's not the way to go. But I mean, something for defense would definitely be good, because it's either very, very good or it's not that great. So it's not ideal.
Well, I'll ask a question. I'll ask a question that follows on to that. So, you know, we see the most recent perk, which is really awesome, that legendary shield HP plus the 12 defense points, which is that's really awesome. I think it's phenomenal. Has there been any thought given to adding resistance perks for shields that reduces the duration or possibly the damage of frost, fire, and stun?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, there's been definitely considerations, but then again, like, I'm not sure if we felt like the use case is too niche. For example, defense, it actually does work against everything. It's not as good against everything, but it works against everything. But let's say you put your shield full with burning damage reduction, and the enemy team doesn't have any fire weapons, and then you're like, well, why did I fit these things? It's not a good experience to have. Obviously, at the moment, most people do have some kind of fire in their games, but if we get to a meta where that's not the case, then you're going to feel really bad about having invested into it. So, I mean, it's a bit of a double-edged sword in that sense, but yeah, it's definitely something we've talked about.
Okay. Yeah, I think a really awesome perk would be, your legendary perk is the +9 to defense, and then you also get a -10% duration for all, all elements or whatever you want to call it. So you have your stun, fire, and obviously frost. But that's just my thoughts. So
I agree. It's a good idea.
Would you ever consider like a minesweeper weapon? Like it sends out like a kind of a triple torpedo looking thing. Maybe not a triple torpedo, but it's just something like a little trolling device where you just go out and use that weapon to defuse mines.
I mean, yeah, it's something we're also talking about, but I feel like it kind of falls under the same category. If there's no mines present, you just got a useless item in your battle. Like, why do you want that item? So, I mean, it's the same thing. It's a double-edged sword. It's either really, really good against this one specific thing, or it's useless. And I don't think that's a good design by itself.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Bottle King, can there be a new weapon for Speeder? What, a weapon that only a Speeder can use? Come on, man. And I don't know if you're talking about a weapon or if you're talking about like a yellow item or I don't know. There's no way they're going to make any one item that is just ship specific. Only one ship can use this. The only one that has that is the fixer for fixing items. That's the only one. Let's see here. Restless Dude, are you ever going to tweak the shipments so that there's always at least one epic piece or epic perk on offer?
The shipments meaning the offers or
I think he's talking about the ship store.
Right. I'm not sure.
Okay. Let's see. So a head dot wants to know, has the team considered adding items that change the environment, such as a control item that influences the waves in an area?
Yeah, we definitely considered it. It sounds amazing, doesn't it? Like, imagine making a whirlpool somewhere. That sounds amazing to me. But it's something we've considered, but I'm not sure if that's the first thing we'll do when it comes to new items.
Okay. So Dreadnought, he actually brings up a pretty good point. So we know that, a speeder or an enforcer or even a fixer can drop the flag intentionally by hitting a nitro or an overboost. Is there going to be any way for a shooter or a defender to intentionally drop the flag as well? So if you have a teammate, you're fleeted with someone, they get behind you and you're getting low on health, you could drop it and they could pick it up and go.
Yeah, so that's a really good question. Maybe. I mean, we did feel like there's a definite use case of deliberately dropping the flag. So, I mean, I don't see why, other ship classes might be able to do that too. So, hopefully.
Okay. So, Rohit, he wants to know about there being custom commands specifically for the Capture the Flag event, because the Capture the Flag event is missing some pretty great commands like defend or destroy this person and, return the flag, something along those lines.
So, I mean, we did talk about this as well when we developed it, but we did feel actually that a lot of the commands we already have are actually quite relevant for Capture the Flag as well. I mean, you already have the capture command.
Capture, help.
Yeah, you have the attack-specific target command. You can target the flag carrier with that, and so on. So, I mean, yes, if we actually feel like, oh, this is definitely missing, but when developing, we didn't really feel like, oh, we really need this specific command to make this work.
I think the only other command I really could see going in there would be defend. I think defend would be really good on Capture the Flag.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But yeah, I mean, then it comes down to, do we really want to completely reimagine the wheel for that one thing? So it's a trade-off. So
okay,
I think the one command missing in the game for my own personal idea is enemy mine a header or something like that. Enemy mine, because how many times have I come up to an area, watched an enemy plop a mine in front of me, and then my teammate comes running up behind me and goes right into it, thinking it's mine.
Yeah, something like, take care or careful or
Watch
whatever.
out.
Yeah, watch out. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not?
To lead into that, I really do think that it would be awesome. So if the development team, let's say you wanted to create custom commands, so the game could have a set of 100 separate custom commands, and you could then go and customize your wheel. But when you're in the game, because there are already preset commands that you can just choose from, if you were to say retreat, but the other person doesn't have retreat on their wheel, they still see the retreat because it's a command that's actually in the game. That's just me. I think it would be awesome for people to be able to customize their commands based on the ship type that they're using. And, so if you have a fixer, you don't necessarily need attack or capture, which you could, but you're probably more like, come to me to get heals, or, I'm a triple tape jerk,
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a good suggestion. It's just it's again, like I said before, it's when we talk about ideas and features, it's all about prioritizing. Like, when we make something, it's away from something else. So what can we make that will make you guys have the most fun, basically? So,
all right. So Necro Gaming, he's talking about a community shop, basically, where you could, sell or trade your resources, weapons, perks, and pearls for other resources, weapons, perks, and pearls. Kind of like a trading system, but not between other people, but with the actual shop itself.
Right.
Like
the shop itself?
Like uncommon for rare cells or rare for epic or.
I imagine it does say community, so maybe it does lead into being able to trade with other individuals as well. But we kind of addressed that earlier with trading and how people could really take advantage of that sort of system.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there is a few resources in the game that are, something that some players want and some players don't want. Let's say if you're a high level player, you don't really care for lower level power cells, for example, and that's obviously something we can improve on. I think a player-to-player, like trading market, like an auction house, it's not really something we want now.
All right, let's see here. Ed A, I'm going to address this question because this is one that really, I pushed for this change in the very beginning of the game. So he wants to know about eliminating the rule of not earning rewards when you drop over 800 infamy. The answer to that is no, because it used to be really bad where people would intentionally drop thousands of infamy after getting to a new season high, and then they would just reap the rewards of picking on little players, baby players, all day long, and still getting the rewards from their previous league. And then before the season was over, they would climb back up to where they were, and they would never really have any repercussions. So that removing of the rewards is there to help protect lower level players from the predatory practices of people just intentionally dropping for easy battles.
Yeah, that's a good explanation.
Let's see here. Vincent B. I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to ask that question. You need to be more specific. I don't think that matchmaking is unfair to anyone below Mark 6. That's not a very specific question. Let's see here. X-Blaze, he wants to know about setting a minimum infamy for Mark boats. So if you're a Mark level 5, you have like a minimum infamy of 2,000. So he says a level 42 player has all Mark 6 boats, but if he falls below 2,000 infamy, he can only use Mark 5 boats, and below 1,500 only Mark 4 to deal with those intentional infamy tankers.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's a big rampant issue with infamy tankers right now. Obviously because we can check that, but also I think it would feel really bad, if you're just having a bad spell that you lose what you've worked for so long. Let's say you get to Mark 6 and then you have a loss streak and then you lose your boat or you can't use it. Like, I think that would feel horrible. So I don't think we want to do that.
So I know for a fact that there's a lot of Mark 6 and Mark 7s down at the 0 infamy range. People who never actually dropped, they just never went up. They intentionally stayed low on purpose, just so they could hang out and have easy battles all day long going up against Mark IIs. So without really instituting an infamy floor like what he's talking about, and obviously there's no way that you can reduce the rewards for an individual who never actually climbed. So these are people who have found a way to work between that system. Would it be possible to instead make it so that way if you're a Mark 7, you never see anything less than a Mark 6 in your battle? If you're a Mark 6, you never see less than a Mark 5, and you obviously can't see more than a Mark 7. So basically you make it a +1, -1 kind of rule for ship level matchmaking below a certain infamy. So if you were below 1500 infamy, that's the rule that's in place. If you're a Mark 6, you will never see a Mark 4.
I mean, it's definitely possible. It's something we have to design and talk about, which we obviously have. But it's a lot about planning and coming up with a system that doesn't punish anyone trying to play fair, but also kind of weeds out people who are trying to cheat the system.
Absolutely. All right, Swift Warrior, he wants to know about increasing the sugar capacity. You can increase your sugar capacity as you level up. It's the way it is right now for a reason. Let's see here. Gamer Hype.
I got. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to ask Gamer Hypes real quick, and then we can get to yours, Gray. Sorry about that. Let's see. Will there ever be a mode where you can bring in a second ship for after you die? So let's say you're in a shooter first, and then you could have your backup ship be defenders. So you get your 2 chances, 1 ship, next ship.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like a great idea and something we also considered. Hopefully we can make an event like that in the future.
Awesome.
Sweet. Hype.
Yeah, I got a question. Is there any chance of getting new tracks in the Bay in the future? I do notice I actually shut my music off when I stream and I play my own music because, I've been playing for over a year now and the same music kind of gets, boring after a while. So I don't know if there's any chance of getting new tracks in the Bay because it seems like a lot of people love adding music to Battle Bay. Yeah,
no, for sure. I hope we do. I actually don't know what the plans are for making new tracks, but I'm not against having new tracks. So hopefully
some more relaxed beats, because sometimes the current Battle Bay music gives me anxiety. Like I'm in a clutch 1v1 with 40 seconds left, and all you hear in the background is do 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 do, and I'm like, shut up.
But that's the point, right? That's the point. It makes it exciting, right? Come on.
Yeah,
that means it's working.
All right, guys, so I'm going to ask only a couple more questions. I know I got a bunch of you guys in the queue, but we're actually going to cut off the question part, and then we're going to go and have some fun. We're going to do some custom battles with Zeus if he's up for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, do you have time for a couple?
Yeah, I can do a few.
All right, that'd be awesome. All right, so I'm going to ask a couple of questions, and here's one that Epic Plays asks, and he wants to know if you all would consider removing the biggest maps from the Capture the Flag event, especially since you can't boost your speed with yellow items, and you'll get killed before you get back. My thoughts on this is that's where teamwork and learning how to follow behind the other boats, behind the person carrying the flag and being there and defending, that's what those maps are really going to force you to do, is work together.
Yeah.
And even the biggest maps already have like the flag in close proximity. It's not like they're on the other side of the map. Like on the Foundry, they're not even in each base, right? They're outside pretty close together.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to get to as well. Like, if it's a bigger map, that we wanted to move the flag points closer together, so you don't have to go way too far.
What's the one that has the pole in the center of the map? Is that Destruct 9?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that one, the flags are very far because they're still back behind that retaining wall. I feel like if they were, on the other side of that retaining wall, maybe catty cornered, that might be better, because that map, I got a draw with a 0-0 draw. It's just.
I mean, it is a bit far, but at the same time, it's also one of the maps that has the most routes to the flag. So it's kind of a trade-off there.
Oh, that's very true. All right, so Ultra the Fixer, he wants to know, will there be a way to edit replays, like pausing it, rewinding, fast forward? I want this too.
I want this too.
Oh, man, that's funny. Let's see here. Warhawk, we kind of talked about this one here, but he's talking about dividing Nightmare into subcategories to where each one of those doesn't always get reset back to 4K. They get reset back to a separate subcategory of whatever you're in. So 4,000 to 4,500, you get set back to 4,000. 4,500 to 5, back to 4,500.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I kind of answered that already. If we feel like there's a need to bump the nightmare limit or even make a new league, like, we'll do it. But at the moment, like, it's quite alright, I feel like.
All right.
How many people are currently in the Nightmare League, do we know?
Sorry?
2,000 about?
How many people are currently in Nightmare League?
I will have to check the exact number, but
It was 2,000 last time, I think.
I'm trying to scroll down right now in the season thing.
Yeah, it takes forever to find out. Anyways, to add on to that, would you guys consider adding more reward tiers in Nightmare League? Because I've been hitting top 50 in Nightmare for a couple seasons now, and what do I get after beating 2,000 of the world's best players and ranking top 50? I get an extra 100,000 gold.
yeah, no, I mean, that's a fair assessment. I mean, definitely league rewards is something we can also improve upon.
I was thinking the same thing when you guys were talking about it earlier. I was like, maybe not a new Nightmare League, but when you get into the top 100, I would say call it something like Nightmare Elite, and you get a different reward. If you make it in top 100 and then to the top 20,
maybe even like top 500 or something like that, because I think at least 500 don't even like finish Nightmare League above 4K. So
I don't push my infamy because of that, because I don't see any, like, for me, I just I like to experiment with different weapons and have fun in the Nightmare League, but I've only pushed for infamy one time, because it's like, I'm not going to get to 6K. Like, it's so hard to do it if you're not fleeting. And I don't really fleet a lot. So like, it's super hard to do it for me. So like, to me, it's not worth it to like push my infamy so high.
For me too, like, I only get to 5K because I enjoy playing Battle Bay, right? But there really is no incentive in pushing your numbers when the rewards at Nightmare League are mediocre in the top 50, right?
When it doesn't change that much. All right, so this is going to be the last question I'm going to ask, and then we're going to jump over to some custom battles. By the way, guys, we're going to be in the Damage Depot chat. That's where I need, Bitter, Gray, I need Spidey, Zeus, if you can, to jump on over there so I can get you guys added into the custom real quick. So the last question I'm going to ask is from Cosmic878, and what he's asking about is, will guilds ever be able to level up? As a guild level up from scoring in the guild wars, you could have more players, so in the rivalries and things. And I guess from what I remember from, Clash of Clans, your clanmates got a boost or a special effect, to, like resource rewards and things of that nature as your clan itself leveled up.
Yeah, and I mean, for sure. I mean, it's something we've been thinking about for a longer time, and it's something, like, as I said, guild metagame is something we can definitely improve upon, so hopefully.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let me set up the custom battles queue, and we'll get this open here in just 1 second, and we can go ahead and start accepting some people into the queue. There it is. All right, let's see here. We got Spidey in the chat. What up? Zeus.
Remember, guys, to play with us, you have to type !CV and your in-game name, and then when you're called, just hit us up in Damage Depot.
That is right. Absolutely, you got to do it that way. So already I've got Gamer Hype, Piglet, Warhawk. I have Gigantic Fatty. I just love that guy's name. That guy has the best name. So as a reminder, but you have to join the queue first. That's the only way I can do this. And we're only going to be able to have Zeus for a few games. I know he's got a lot of work he's still got to go and do, so we're going to have to let him go soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work making that minigun today.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta get right on it.
That's funny. That is funny. Let's see here. So, Gamer Hype, Piglet, Warhawk, already got Gigantic Fatty in there. Let me get Dreadnought, Cosmic Warrior, and X-Blaze on over too. We'll try and get all you guys in here very quickly. Let's see here. Fat Speeder. What's up with all these?
What's all these fat names?
Yeah, it's all these fat names. So many fatties. All right, let me see here. Let's remove Gigantic Fatty from here. This is such a great name. I'm sorry. It just really is.
Oh, he's not even a defender. I'm disappointed.
I know. I thought he was going to be one, too.
What chat are we going to?
Damage Depot.
Depot.
Let's see here. Where are all these guys? They're taking too long to join the Damage Depot chat. Maybe they're not able to join anymore. Let's see here. Greystorm, what up? Gamer Hype, there we go. There's one of them. Guys got to be faster.
One, can you take Shorty off the list?
Can I take Shorty off the list?
Mom will give him his bone before he eats dinner.
Hey, Greystorm, that's your thing, making some weird sound.
Sorry, yeah, that was me. Sorry. my right earphone keeps bugging out, so I have to click it a couple times.
Oh, okay. I'm like, whoa, what was that?
I didn't know you could hear it.
Yes, sir. We certainly can. All right, let's see. I still need Piglet, Warhawk, Dreadnought, Cosmic Warrior, X-Blaze. Let me see. We got Jay in a hoodie. He's already here, so we'll go ahead and take him. There's Dreadnought as well. I'm just gonna take them as they. If you take too long, I'm not gonna make. I'm not gonna make everyone wait for you. And I'll just come back to you.
You have to change the screen too. People are.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Don't want to pull a Baywatch.
Ouch.
All right, let's see here. There's Warhawk. Got him. Okay. Let me see here. Who else do we got? We could also get, so we can get X-Blaze, we can get Master Skills 10, and we can get Art of Deception on over here. And we'll get you all added into the queue at least. All right, Zeus. What are you rocking out with?
I'm rocking out with the same thing as always, man. I'm playing the Enforcer, mate. It's good. It's my trustworthy Enforcer since day one, man. Day one.
Flare Blast. All right.
Flare Blast mine.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Very nice.
That's the old KSA setup there. Actually, no. He didn't use. He used the grenade. Sorry.
Yeah, I just finally found my my fourth flare, so that was good.
Get him invited. All right, so I got X-Blaze invited. I got Cosmic Warrior invited. Who else do we have here?
Cosmic went red.
That's okay. I don't have him. Oh, wait, which Cosmic? Okay, the other Cosmic.
Oh, there he is.
Is he back? Okay.
Oh, there's two Cosmics.
Yep, there's two Cosmics. So you have Cosmic 878, and then you have Cosmic Warrior. Cosmic Warrior's LM Gaming on the chats. Let's see.
So go easy on me because my crew training is for my speeder that I've been using for the event. And... yeah,
all right, hold on. I'm going to move some people around. This is going to be...
Yeah, put him on your team, please.
Let's see here. Who else do I need to shift here? I'm going to shift... Ooh, where do I want to go? Let's move this around. All right, what do we got rocking out here? Enforcer, Shooter. I don't know what Warhawk's using. Speeder, Shooter, Enforcer... Shooter.
I'm gonna do a test battle. Let's see what.
I'm just trying to make sure that I don't have 5 fixers on one team. You know what I mean? That's just trying to make sure. I don't want to pull a Rovio, you know, and.
Whoa! The shade.
All right, everybody, protect Gamer Height. He's precious.
All right,
protect it with your life.
That's true, actually.
Oh, man. All right. You definitely do want to protect Gamer Hype. He's that baby Mark IV fixer there. All right, so we're going to shadow Zeus. Now, Zeus, here's a question that I do have. Possibly, in the future, if you could, talk to the team about adding the ship name and maybe even a health bar or something when you're in drone mode, so that way we could actually see and determine who is who when you're in drone mode. It would be phenomenal, especially for, you know, when we're doing our live streams with custom battles and being able to watch from overhead. It would just be so awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a great idea as well. Something that we kind of want to do as well, but it's also, you know, one of the more niche things.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, for us content creators, we would love that because we could make some really cool videos.
Yeah, we could.
And we want to enable you guys to make awesome stuff. So definitely, you know, it's not something that we're disregarding. So
I can't even get the free camera to work, like, for some reason.
Oh, Dreadnought!
Wow, he just dropped him.
One shot at him.
Uh-oh. We had to move some people around, I think. Wow, Zeus got hit big time there.
Oh, I got destroyed. Wow.
Yeah.
Who was that? Spidey? Spidey's killing everybody? He's Spidey.
I only got 1 kill.
Oh, okay.
Well, we were terrible. Wow.
Look at that. Warhawk carried the team. Warhawk and Gigantic Fatty.
I was just
Came in guns blazing.
I don't usually get to do that.
Let's see
A lot
here.
of people don't.
Let's see. Who can we swap around real quick? We'll swap these two around. I think that might be a little bit better. Let me get some more of these other people here added. There's Piglet. Let's get him thrown into the queue at least. And then let's see who is next as well. So I need Master Skills 10. I haven't seen him in the chat yet. I also need Art of Deception. You guys got to come on over to the Damage Depot chat. And then I also would like to get Fat Speeder. I've seen him in here, so I'll get him added. And what is that? El Camino. All right. El Camino. What up? All right.
I mean, if there's any questions while you're in queue, you can just shoot. It's fine.
All right. Now I turned off the questions and answers part.
Okay.
So that one is now off. All right, guys, we are ready. I swapped out one person. See if that made it a little bit better. Maybe. Might have.
But still, I don't know if you want looking at chat, but there's somebody in there called the Grim Repair, whether it's the actual Grim Repair or not. She said she wants to see you cry.
Is it the real Grim Reaper?
No, that's not the real. That's not.
For some reason, it sounds like her. After the last Q&A.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, how many times did you kill her, Bitter?
A lot. Enough to get banned.
Maybe it is then.
I have a feeling it is.
Oh,
I gotta look
man. Gigantic Fatty with the railgun to the face.
I cannot get a crit. All my talents are focused on glass cannon.
Oh,
I'm
Dreadnought.
using that.
Yeah.
So why are you using Sniper then?
I don't know. I just like using it in like normal. I probably shouldn't though. But...
Jeez, who has a 5,000 damage mine?
I don't know.
Grim Repair says it is her. I just got a message from her on Discord.
Oh wow.
I think she's gonna get her just desserts. Down goes Bitter Steel.
Damn.
Oh man.
Guys, I'm not even doing anything. Who's doing all the damage over here?
It's these shooters.
Whoa,
All right.
Warhawk.
All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and.
3 nitros.
Warner, can you take Secret 7 out of the queue, please?
Yeah.
It's really me. Oh, that is the Grim Repair.
That's what I was saying. She messaged us.
Reaper.
Let's see here. All right, guys. So it's only going to be a couple of games for each person. I don't want to have too many people. I want to be able to rotate players.
I'm gonna
up.
hop into the spectator if that's okay, so like more people can play. I'm gonna add it.
Wait, you don't want to get killed?
No,
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
no, I'm sick of doing.
He's like
500 damage with my snipers. and like not even getting a crit. Like I keep ping direct hits, but none of them are critting. Like my legendary is at like 27.5%.
All right, let's see here. Cosmic. Which one was in last time?
Just use your speeder better.
No, but my speeder has like a underpowered yellows.
Oh, Gamer Hype, he's got 2 games already. So
Out
let's
of
throw
Deception
Piglin.
said he would like to sit this one out too.
Why? He's on. He jumped online.
He's in the chat saying he wants to put me in spectators for one more game.
Fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
Coach.
Fine. All right, let's see here. Who else do I need? I need El Camino. I need MG Jamie. I think I saw MG Jamie. I did. There's MG Jamie. All right, where's El Camino? Did anyone see him in the lobby? Oh, hold on. I need to balance these teams out.
Take me out, coach.
Actually, those are those were almost balanced. All right, I guess I'll battle. I'll do one.
So how does it feel to do matchmaking, Warner?
I know.
Hey, I would much rather take an extra minute and get it right.
Whoa. Whoa.
Bazinga!
Damn. Never coming on this show again. No.
If we can't take subtle jabs at each other, then, you know.
True. What is life worth living for then? You know, that's what it is. Subtle jabs and banter. For sure.
Oh, man.
I loved in Talon how everybody was anticipating the Warnet Mika meeting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
One of the first things he did was make Mika hold his hands out for the latency meme picture.
Oh, yeah. That's a great one.
The legendary one.
That is a great one. That hasn't been publicly released yet, though.
Is that under the NDA?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I haven't asked for his permission to release his, picture. So, without that, I'm not going to do it. Oh, man!
That was wow.
That was just brutal. These guys came to play today. Oh, I'm stunned.
You're in the middle of nowhere, Warnet.
I know.
Yeah, he's just going in.
I went for Spidey.
My fat fingers wouldn't go where they wanted to. Didn't get out of the way fast enough.
I seen Spidey, I was like, I'm taking him down.
I almost got you.
Jillycut says, I think Warnet gets those headaches because he drinks that watery light beer. It's possible. That is possible. I do like my Coors Light, man. I'm sorry.
Cool, watery.
Yeah, it is.
You get a real beer.
Yeah, well, I don't really drink that much, so, It's cheap. Oh! Zeus with the kill! Zeus was just following him. He's like, let me chase you around here.
I didn't even realize. I thought it was one of the lower infamy guys hitting me, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Oh, no, he was...
It kind of is, so,
He was chasing you around. You didn't even notice. He was following you for a good little bit there.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. Well, I thought it was Cosmic, and then I was like, I'm just gonna ignore him.
It's funny. Oh, man. Let's see here. Battle log. I need to see who played the last one. All right, Cosmic 878. All right, buddy.
Can we report Piglet for getting 0?
What's that?
Can we report Piglet for getting 0?
Yeah, report him as an intentional infamy tanker.
Let's report him like Waveblower.
It's funny. All right, let's see here. Who else do I need to get added into here real quick? Hold on 1 second, everyone. Let's see. I need Mighty Chuck. Was he in the chat? He is in the chat. There he goes. I got him. Mighty Chuck. All right, so I also need Last Dragon, Mr. Meaner, Sideline Gamer, and Charismatic Knitten to join Damage Depot because we're going to get you guys added into the queue here in just a minute. The Grim Repair says, I love Bitter Steel too.
She says she loves me, but then she tries to get me banned and killed.
I mean, it's tough love, Bittersteel. You need to just take it. You know, it's fun.
Yep.
Yeah, she said she's just subtly jabbing Bitter Steel. All right, Spidey, waiting on you. There we go. All right. So Zeus has Art of Deception. Art of Deception is a one-of-a-kind fixer. He rocks double shield and overboost instead of using a turbo. And then he just has 10,000 plus hit points on his fixer. It's insane. 10,054.
No.
He has that duck keeping him alive.
That's a tanky.
One of the best fixes out there right now. Art of Deception is very, very good.
That he is.
Yeah, between him and Banderas, I mean, it's tough killing those guys.
Good luck, guys.
Gray, let's focus on Zeus, Gray.
No,
Alright. Put my minigun in. No. Give me a minigun.
Hey, Clorox Beach, you say, Clorox Bleach, this is the person's name in the chat. He says, Bitter Steel is so awesome, I wish to play with him one day. You can do that. Come to our Toobers versus you live streams, and you get to play with or against Bitter Steel. Or any other YouTubers we have.
You gotta stun him. This is what you gotta do, you guys. You gotta stun him. There you go. Now we can't heal anybody.
Until someone shoots him.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Zeus with the flare kill. Oh, no.
Man, Zeus is wrecking everybody. What's up with that?
He makes the game. He knows the secrets.
Oh, you want to fleet with him? You can still do that in a custom battle.
Since we're in Damage Depot, I just got to
What?
ask.
You killed my Spidey?
Is
You killed my Spidey? Unregistered hit. Unregistered hit.
Latency.
That's messed up. Latency, baby.
Latency.
It's the dev hacks. I just put them on. It's fine.
I knew it.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, that thing went right through you, dude.
It's fine. I drove into a mine to make it look like it was fine. It's fine.
The instant win button.
Nothing to see here.
Hold on.
Yeah, I remember that.
All right, let's get him invited to the lobby. Sideline Gamer, let's get you invited to the lobby. Who else just did 2 games? I think X-Blaze, was that his second game?
I think it was his first. Not sure.
Yeah, that was his first. Okay, good. Don't want to kick anyone that...
If you need to take me out too, go ahead.
No. The point is to have the YouTubers in there. Let's see here.
Oh, I know, but you and Bittersteel are sitting out. Swap us out.
Bittersteel, you ready to...
Bittersteel doesn't want...
I'm okay. I'm fed up with my snipers.
Oh, man, that's funny. All right, let's see. These teams... They're about balanced.
I mean, honestly, I'm just trying to have fun. You know, you gotta have fun.
You do gotta have fun.
All right, I'm gonna swap that. There we go. That should be about balanced.
You gotta kill Zeus.
You guys got like an army trying to kill me. I don't know.
Well, you could have a little taste of what it's like being me sometimes. Me and Warnet are like the #1 targets in Battle Bay for some reason.
Oh my gosh,
We get
it's
people
awful.
work together so amazingly.
I think it's.
I've never seen people focus fire like this in my life. I'm like, why can't they do that on my team?
That's funny. I definitely understand that sentiment very well. All right, guys, let's press battle up. All right, so the other individuals I need to get to the Damage Depot chat room is going to be Last Dragon, Mr. Meaner. I need to get Intrinsica. I'm not going to add you just as a spectator. I'm sorry, Intrinsica. If you want to spectate, you can watch it on the stream. Let's see here. Let me get Chuck Norris, and then I've already got MG Jamie. That's Clorox Bleach.
MG Jamie's in the game right now, yeah.
Yeah, I know. So I was going to say, I already got that. Clorox Bleach.
It's Clorox. It's Beach or Bleach?
Bleach.
Is it? You saying Clorox Beach?
I'm sorry, are you saying Pam or Pan? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's from the movie Step Brothers.
We have F Costa 05 in the chat. That is my favorite YouTuber.
What up, F Costa? Let's see here. So let me get... Oh, there we go. There's Officious. I'll get you added here in just a minute. Chuck Norris is on his throne right now.
We gotta go get Zeus.
Alright, get Zeus. I forgot. I keep on getting distracted. I'm trying to kill this easy boat.
Woo! Already deception with that railgun to the face. MG Jamie here is rocking out with this all rare setup. It's very nice, actually. So they're rocking out with grenade, sniper, or 2 snipers, an explosive cannon, and a big torpedo. It's actually a pretty decent setup.
Zeus is playing it safe with the, oh, come on. Do you have to have a mind? I was about to kill you.
You think so? That's how they get you. That's how we get you. You think
I know.
But then...
I thought you guys were just camping, but apparently you had some mindset up there.
Mine?
Yeah, Zeus is over there hanging out with Auto Deception.
Yeah, he's playing it smart.
He's my best friend, dude. He's keeping me alive through all this hate that I'm receiving.
Oh man, fat speeder in a defender. That's kind of funny. It's like gigantic fatty not being a defender, and now you got fat speeder in a defender.
I'm gonna have to bring up the big guns. I gotta beef up my XP a little bit.
Alright.
HP, sorry, HP.
Alright, I got to kick out Art of Deception. Thanks so much for joining, brother. Let's see, Epic Plays, that was 2 for you. X Plays, that was 2 for you. Let's go ahead and start rotating some of these other guys in. That's still actually pretty close to... not pretty close, that's actually way off balance.
Marauder's asking if Zeus is British.
No, I'm not British.
I used to think that too, for some reason.
No, I get told that a lot. I'm not British. I'm Finnish. And my accent is just funny.
Yeah, it sounds like a cross between a British and Irish almost.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Let's see here. Who else do I need to get added in here? I'm still looking for Last Dragon. I haven't seen him pop up.
Chuck Norris wants to see an AM versus Zeus 1v1.
Let's see. Also need Necro Gaming. I need Necro Gaming and I need F Costa to join up. All right. Actually, I'm going to take myself out. I'm going to put Officious on this team here, so it's a little bit more balanced. Nope, it's not over. Gotcha. Invited to lobby, Mr. Meaner.
All right. We turned my boat red.
Turned your boat red, huh? All right, yeah, Necro Gaming is got Necro invited. All right, guys, let's do this. Zeus, how much time do you got left with us today?
I can do a few more.
All right.
Gray, if we lose this one, I'll play Fixer and I'll stick with you, and we can recommend.
Oh yeah, baby, let's do it.
All right. So the only person I'm missing right now is Last Dragon. He's the only one. I'm gonna go ahead and clear out that queue, and then the queue has been cleared. If you guys want to sign up, now's the time to do it.
Bitter Steel's #1 fan should get to play with Bitter Steel.
Who's my #1 fan?
I don't know. He's in the chat somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, she keeps poking subtle jabs at me. If she wants to 1v1, I'll poke a subtle jab at her too.
Whoa. This is a family show.
That's not what I meant. You're sick.
Let's see here. I'm spectating Officious. I think that's how you'd say this name. Officious? I don't know. It's definitely different.
Zeus keeps disappearing behind the wall.
Oh, they're coming up behind you.
Ooh. That was close.
Warhawk, I'm
Yeah.
not sure what the score is right now. I didn't really keep track. I know Gray and Spidey won, what, the first two, I think? And then now Zeus is won, I think, the last, like, 3 or 4.
I didn't realize you also had mines. God. That hurt.
I just swapped it out for you, Zeus.
That's really nice of you. Thanks, man. Thanks. I ate.
That's
It's really tasty.
That's the double-edged sword about with mines, you know.
Yeah, I got
You always
really-
think they're yours.
Yeah. I definitely got thrown off there.
Yeah, I definitely exploited that during the last cap or kill event. I was spamming mines everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Just knowing that people are going to run into them, especially in the events. They can't help themselves, it seems.
Yeah, that was the reason we had to change mines for CTF, because I think it was Mika who fit 6 mines. That was not a fun time. For anyone. They just had to ruin the fun. So
That's funny.
we want to make sure no one else ruins the fun.
Very fair. No, I like it. It comes out to about, what, 18 seconds?
Yeah.
It's not too bad. You can actually time that really well with that. You know, if you have one mine and you see someone coming in for your flag, or you see someone almost making it to the capture zone, you know, you could really time that well with like a triple torpedo or, you know, a something just to drive people to it. Uh-oh. It's Master Skills 10 and Mighty Chuck up against the Mighty Greystorm. Oh my god.
Right in the kisser.
Wow, he took almost all of his health with that railgun. Wow. Royalty, where's Grim Repairs? She's in the chat somewhere.
There we go.
Standard cannon.
Nicely done. Alright. There it is. I think it's almost even now. I think, Zeus, you've lost, what, 3 now?
I have lost most of them. Yeah, I think so.
No, you haven't lost most of them. You guys won most of them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think it's pretty equal.
Let's see here. I wish people understood that they needed to go to the live stream to be added into these battles. Let's see. Master Skills, that was 2 for him, right? I think so. Let's go back. Yep, MG, Master Skills, and El Camino. All 3 of them are, yep. And I think Fat Speeder, too. Alright, thanks for joining, guys. Let's go ahead and rotate some more of these individuals here in. Let's see. Two games and moving out. Not rip. Thank you, guys. Okay, BMO Master, he says you're in live stream, but you have to type in the exclamation point CB and then your in-game name. You have to join the queue. We have to make it fair for everyone. All right, here we go. We got Gigabyte, or not Gigabyte, Vanta Black. Where's Gigabyte? He was in the chat. Hold on one second, guys. In the live stream chat, please type CB in-game name. All right, so I think this is going to be. Let's see, where'd Vanta go? Once he gets back on, Vanta, get back on.
Royalty just trolling, signing up the Grim.
He signed up the Grim Repair.
Yeah.
Oh man. So you guys, you can play twice, but just know that this is going to be the last game here with Zeus, I believe, and then after this, he's going to take off. So Vante, you need to hurry up. Or Vanta, rather, not Vante. Vanta, hurry up. Come back to the stream so you can get into this last battle. And then after that, we'll continue doing some Toobers versus U-type live streams, some games here. Oh, yes. Here you go.
There's Mika in there.
Yep, I got Mika right now, actually. I'm sorry. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. I'm putting him on the other team.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Yeah, nice.
We've had so many grudge matches, so it's a classic match.
It's Mika.
Oh yeah, this is happening. This is happening. Oh yeah. Oh, let's see. Here's Chuck Norris. He can come and watch.
We just need damage now.
Oh,
Ooh,
damage done. All right, are you guys ready?
Or Circo and Beef, one of them.
This is going to be an interesting game. I almost want to take Mighty Chuck and Necro Gamer out and put me and Bitter Steel in.
I'm okay.
This looks a little nervous with Mika playing. I don't know what the deal is there.
Looks a little nervous, huh? All right, waiting on Mighty Chuck. Come on, Chuck. Come on, Mighty Chuck.
Mighty Chuck, ready up.
He's in a Team Canada, but it's not a real Team Canada. That's a bootleg one. That's not one of ours.
A bootleg team.
Yeah, we
Come on, Chuck. What are we waiting on?
We're gonna have to put Chuck Norris in for Chuck.
He's not even Canadian.
There he goes.
You've got a good question real quick.
Mighty Chuck was back in the YouTube chat and he says, "Holy ship," with a P. With a P. I don't think he realizes the battle he's just got himself into.
Alright, where's your money? Mika or Zeus?
Oh man, I don't know.
My money's on Mika.
What?
Same.
What?
Same.
I'm out. How could you? Alright.
I don't know. There's great players on both sides here. You got Greystorm, Spidey, and Mika on one team. You have Ophiuchus, Zeus, and Meaner and Vanta. All four of them are good players. So I don't know. This is.
Who's hitting me? I gotta go with
He's
Spidey
coming,
and Mika.
Zeus. He's coming.
Necro, you're all by yourself. Sorry, bud. Sticking with the team. Oh, Spidey's what team? Okay.
What team? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And then I think, if you want, we can do one more and we can swap around to, some other people here and just make sure that Zeus is always on the opposite team of Mika.
Alright, Mika, it's just me and you, bud.
Oh, they got Vanta Black.
Who's this guy?
Ophiuchus, man, I'm telling you. He's a
Tracking me down,
beast.
huh?
Did he used to be somebody else? I don't think I've even seen him in battle before.
I haven't seen that name. It's definitely newer.
Yeah. Pretty good, though, whoever he is.
He's rocking out with 2 snipers and a Swift. It's an interesting
Mika,
setup.
come follow me. Oh, what? Who is this?
Nope.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh!
Surely not, though.
Oh, man.
That is clearly a bug. Wow.
Yeah, that was a glitch.
Clearly a bug.
Clearly.
Mika's developer hack is better than Zeus's.
Yeah, apparently. Damn programmers. Alright. He snuck up on me from way far away.
All right, Zeus, I actually do have one question here from Shocky, and the only reason I'm going to entertain this question is because it's a good question. So what he asked is, on an average day on the Bay, how many reports does the team receive?
Average reports.
And when it goes out of those...
No, get out of here!
Oh my days. Wait.
Oh! No!
Tier 2 long range mortar.
Mighty Chuck comes through with a clutch on the... Oh my god.
Wow. That came out to be a much closer battle than I expected. After the beginning, I thought it was like going to be a sweep, and then wow.
Mighty Chuck the hero.
Oh man, that's
Mighty
hilarious.
Chuck with 1,000 infamy. Oh my, he is too OP, dude. We gotta nerf him.
All right, so here's the question from Shocky. So it's a twofold question. On an average day on the Bay, how many reports does the team receive? And then out of those daily submitted reports, how many are false or not an actual report? Now, I know you guys might not be able to answer this, but anything. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can't really answer because the number is it's not a super huge number, and like basically always, you know, we always go through them. So but yeah, I can't really give you specific numbers on it.
All right, let's see here. Who am I going to trade out next? I'm going to trade out Sideline Gamer with Charismatic Knittin'. I think I'm going to trade Greystorm with Vanta. And then I think we'll leave it at... Actually, we'll put Ophiuchus on the other team. So it's kind of like a swap. So now you got Gray and Spidey and Zeus all on one team. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All right. Here we go, guys. I'm interested. I want to see. And then this will be the last one. This will be the Retribution battle, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Or we'll just have to kill him many times tomorrow at work. Either one works.
That's funny. We just gotta wait for these guys to press battle here.
Cough, cough.
Yeah, I know. You know, that's right. Let's see, Mighty Chuck. Do you want to stay in for one more game, Mighty Chuck? You were the MVP of the last one. Stick around. There he goes.
Okay.
It looks a little unbalanced here, Warner. Just saying. I see 4 gold on one side.
Yeah.
Warnet matchmaking, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I didn't look at that. I just looked at captain levels. That's all.
See, that's why that doesn't work.
Yeah. No, I don't argue that one bit. I don't think that it's. I don't think there's a one and done solution for matchmaking. Yeah, I don't think that at all. But let's see how it turns out. Let's see if Mika gets the win this time. I'm surprised nobody's a fixer.
Mighty Chuck's putting himself out there.
Oh, Mighty Chuck got really heroic. He got pumped from the last game.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I could kill anyone." Oh man, Mika taking down Necro Gaming there.
He's so sneaky, dude. He just comes in the back, takes somebody out, goes back away, goes back to his spawn area.
Oh, Ophiuchus is taking on Zeus over here.
Oh, Mika's taking out Meter.
They're all clustered in there. Just one good torpedo.
Uh-oh, Mika's on fire. He's running away right now.
Is he a goner? Nope, nope. He can still stay alive.
Oh, Mr. Meter take. Oh, man. Over a mine. Ophiuchus goes down. I think we know how this one here is going to end. Zeus reigns supreme. 2 games in a row. There it is. All right, so I want to go ahead and at this point in time say thank you, Zeus, so much for offering your time and being here and participating, answering people's questions. We really appreciate you doing that and being here. It's been phenomenal.
Thank you guys for having me. I had a great time, and I hope we can do this again.
Absolutely. We would love to do that again, especially anytime there might be a future update. You let us know. We'd love to broadcast it, for sure.
That is good, man. All right. You guys have a good night. Good luck.
Thank you. Take care.
Take it easy, Zeus.
See you guys.
This.
All right, guys. So that was Zeus from the development team. Now we're going to go ahead and continue some of these battles here. All right, we're going to go ahead and continue on with the with the custom battles. So if you want to join in some custom battles with some of your favorite YouTubers, or maybe your most hated YouTubers, could be either way. And if you want to get in on there with any of them, please do. All right, we will be here for about another, what do you guys say, maybe another 20 minutes or so? Oh, I lost them all in the chat. Hold on one second, guys. I lost you guys on the chat. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we're going to do the stream for about another 20 minutes. Does that sound good with you guys?
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect.
All right, and then we'll keep doing some more.
Maybe turn on the question thingy back on just for like if there are any questions to any of us.
Yeah, I could definitely do that.
Just for fun.
So I'll just start picking people out of the chats. Look, guys, come on over here to the Damage Depot. I will start throwing you guys in as I see you. And you guys can get in on some games here with some of your favorite YouTubers. We'd love to have you. Let's see here. Thanks for joining. Mika's got to take off. That's okay. Thank you so much, Mika, for joining us earlier. Let's see. Let's get Zeus out of the lobby. He's not here anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab a few of you guys here up. We got F. Costa joining us. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to close the custom battle queue. Just come on over to the Damage Depot chat, and we'll throw you guys in randomly. Just don't get upset when it's all over. What I am going to do is I'm going to open up the question and answer queue again here in 1 second for you guys to ask any questions to any of your YouTubers that you'd like to ask. All right? So a queue has been reopened now. If you want to ask some questions.
No questions about the Art of War.
That means ask questions about the Art of War. Everyone, please ask questions about the Art of War, specifically to Bitter Steel.
I feel like I've read it. I've talked a book report worth of questions.
Now you might have.
Also, ask him many questions about Misha.
No, Misha is dead now. It's Bitter Steel now.
Let's see here. I need to do some more balancing here. Who do I want to rotate? You know what? I'm gonna put F. Costa on Spidey's team.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yo, he's OP.
Yes, he's level 10.
He's the only YouTuber that trolls other YouTubers.
It all depends on which one of his 12 accounts.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Alright, guys, let's see here. Why did it take me out of the ready? I'm ready. Oh, man. Let's see here.
Money Chuck Slack.
Clorox Bleach. He wants to know, Bitter Steel, how did you get so good, and do you have any tips for using the railgun?
How did I played a lot, I guess. Practice makes perfect. I used to play a lot of Halo before this, right? And I was really into that game before I started playing Battle Bay, and there's a lot of map awareness involved in first-person shooters, so I think that kind of translated in some shape or form when I started playing Battle Bay. And tips for using railgun.
Hold on 1 second. Shorty, you can only ask one question at a time, so you'll have to ask that again after I ask your question.
For railgun, just like all weapons, just take your time and aim your shot carefully. I guess I don't know what else to say, but especially so for the railgun, because it does a lot of damage, but it also, the cooldown is insane too, so you have to like make every shot count for the railgun, I guess.
Alright.
Yeah.
Very nice. Let's see here. Shorty, can any one of you help me to set up Streamlabs? Yes, I can. I can do that after this. And Slew wants to know, Logan or KSI? Now, I don't know who or what that means.
There are two YouTubers who got into a YouTube beef, and they started releasing diss tracks or whatever, and they organized a boxing fight, a charity boxing fight to end it all.
Oh.
And, yeah.
Oh.
You don't follow YouTube drama?
No. I don't follow any drama,
YouTube
bro.
drama, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. So who do you think's gonna win, Logan or KSI?
I don't know. That's all I know about them.
Fair enough. All right, Chuck Norris, Misha, can you explain the art of war in layman's terms?
Oh my god, no, I can't. He said mishap, not Misha.
I know, but I know what he meant. I know what he meant.
Nah, Misha's dead. It's bitter steel though.
So, Bitter Steel, can you explain the art of war in layman's terms?
Nah. Not anymore. Just watch the old stream.
This is watch the old stream.
Yeah, the last Q&A when we did Grim.
That one was pretty funny, man.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Okay. I don't have any.
Timmy asked me a question over here on the Ask the Pros channel. He said, why for capture the flag did the devs make it so you need to capture the enemy flag, drag it back, and all the while your own flag needs to be untouched? Why not just make it so once you drag the enemy flag back, you get the point regardless of where your own flag is? I think it's so that way it actually adds a purpose to killing the other ships. Otherwise, people would just go in and run back and forth, and there really wouldn't be any purpose in destroying the other ship. You know what I mean? You just whoever could get the most runs back and forth would get it, and then it would be an all-speeder event.
Yeah. Plus, like, capture the flag in every single... It's in first-person shooters traditionally, right? And that's the standard rule in capture the flag. You have to have your own flag back at your base before you can capture the enemy.
All right. Let's see, who else can we rotate out? Let's see, I can get rid of Charismatic. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. Let's see, that's one more battle for them. I cannot just have you spectate. Sorry, guys. Let's see, I think El Camino said he hit the wrong button. Re-invite him to the lobby. With Bitter Steel, or actually, you're not in the custom. You're just watching.
Greystorm Pavith, who is officus in game, said it was an honor to play against you, dude.
Who else is in here? Oh, it's just you guys.
Where'd Gray go?
I don't know. He disappeared. He left the voice.
Rip.
Rip. Yeah, he left the voice. I guess I can message him.
Huh.
He says, yeah, he's in chat. He said he can't hear anyone on Hangouts.
Gray, you're not even in the... You have to rejoin the call.
Yeah, you got to rejoin the call, bro.
I can't hear anyone.
That's because you're not in it anymore. Oh, there's Ophiuchus. All right, cool, man. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. And he wants you to accept his friend request in game, Gray. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's not on the voice. All right, let's see what we got with these teams. These ones looked a little stacked in Greystorm in Warhawk's favor. I might have to do some rotations here in a minute. I didn't even pay attention. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even look this time. I just threw people in. Sorry.
Chuck Norris is being mean to Costa.
Aw.
Aww.
I got him for you, Costa.
Pavith, how long will we be having these customs? For probably about another 10 to 15 minutes at most. We're not going to go too terribly long. So, because the stream has already been running for 2 hours, so, and we slotted it for 12 to 2. And Zeus hung out with us for a lot longer than he originally, told us he was going to be available for, so we're really appreciative of that.
What's my...
Yeah, I gotta grab a bite.
Yeah, I got to get some food as well. And then I got to make sure my kids aren't burning my house down. And
That will be good.
Sorry, Chuck.
Did you kill Chuck Norris?
Killed him, yeah, both games.
Got Charlie Conway over here.
All right, you guys can do this.
Oh, X-Blaze takes down Royalty 92 there, a.k.a. Charlie Conway.
Go Team F Costa. You can do this.
That's the team I'm rooting for. Team F Costa.
Ancient Frogman asked, how about adding a crit chance perk for the repair box? Don't they already have those in the trainings?
Yeah, they do. Well, not in the training. So, in the talents, you can get up to 15%, but they did create a legendary perk, and it was available in the last event, or 2 events ago, and I got one for my legendary repair box, or for my epic repair box, but it's a legendary perk that adds 10% crit chance to the crit box.
So you got a 25% chance with training?
Yep, so it already exists. They already did that for the legendary event perk. Nicely done, guys.
Go, Frogman.
Let's see here. Alvi Dipto as asking Gray, which player do you fear the most in the Bay? But there he is. Gray just joined back. All right, what up? Gray.
What's up?
So the question I just asked, you just joined right after I asked it. And I was like, oh yeah, he's not in the chat yet. It's from Alvi Dipto, and he wants to know, which player do you fear the most in the Bay?
That's a good one. I'm gonna have to go with, who is the, you know what, the one that really gives me a pain in the butt is BD Zarian. That guy is
Same.
I can't
hit him at all.
Yeah, he's tough with the grenades. Like, I always make sure when he's on the other side, I know exactly where he is, because he will sneak up behind you, hit you with 2 grenades, and be gone.
All right.
So yeah, BD Zarian. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely lethal. Oh my goodness. Bottle King, he's asking all of us, are there any tips or certain weapons that can help you get to Nightmare?
Take it depends on what you're good with, right? But typically point damage weapons trump area damage weapons. So you're gonna, like, your cannons are gonna be the meat and potatoes of you getting into Nightmare.
I 100% agree.
Like, if mortars are good for, like, they're good mid and early game, especially mortar spam, but, like, once you get to Nightmare League, for the most part, mortars become obsolete.
They really do.
So much speed with the turbos. You can just avoid, even if you're a defender, a lot of times you can avoid the mortars if you know how to ride the waves right.
Yeah, absolutely.
The other thing too, Bottle King, is use the cover you have.
Yeah.
You know, you hide behind a rock and shoot, and then go back behind the rock.
Yeah, in particular, the fire combo weapons are really good for all ships, actually.
For sure. All right. Look, guys, if you want to join the custom battle, we don't have a queue open for that anymore. Just come to the Damage Depot chat and say you want to join the custom battle. Ping me. I already said who wants in. Just reply to my name so it shows up yellow, and I will get you added into the customs, all right? We're going to do this for a few more minutes. X-Blaze, any of you tubers looking for a guild, hit me up. Could do with some royalty joining mine for a week or so.
Just a week?
I guess.
Are you going to pay me or something? If it's like a week contract to do guild quests for you?
Yep, guild quest for hire.
All right, so Gigabyte, he said, what's our thoughts on a blast sniper grenades build?
Blast and grenades. For Enforcer, I'm guessing, if it's 3 weapons, or...
Yeah, it sounds like
an
not
Enforcer
bad.
build.
I mean,
I think Sniper and Blast conflict too much, right?
Yep. I don't like the
that's the
sniper
problem.
in that build. Grenade, blast, or grenade, blast, flare.
I use Sniper on Enforcer because I don't have a blast, and it actually works pretty good because I have a high crit percentage. But that's only because I have to. If I had the choice, I would go with blast, but I just don't have a blast cannon.
X-Blaze said, sorry, but no payments. All right, let's see here. All right, these teams. You have one team that's going to have to carry the level 8 guy here, but that
he
team
doesn't even have an infamy.
that team has a few other higher level players, so over the other guys. So I think that should hopefully balance it out. We will see. What happened to El Camino here? All right, I'll swap him out with Mighty Chuck. Mighty Chuck is back, guys. He is back.
I might just have to make him an honorary Real Team Canada member. Because he's in a bootleg one right now.
It's funny. Let's see here. Oh yeah. So Destroyer 2. We already did the Q&A session with the developer. If you want to watch that, you can always rewind the stream back to the very beginning, and you can see where we had Zeus on stream here, chilling, hanging out with us, answering you guys' questions. So if you're interested, definitely do watch that, so that way you can see, you know, if your question was asked. Clorox Bleach says he's training to be a fixer so that one day he can help Bitter Steel. But we do have a question and answer still open for anyone that wants to ask us questions. If you guys want to ask us some random questions, by all means, ask us some random questions. We got Warhawk here running around, destroying people. Oh.
Ooh, and they got lit on fire. That standard cannon hits for 925. That's insane.
Oh, wow. He just hit Spidey with that big torp there. Uh-oh, but Spidey's getting healed up. Spidey's team has the fixer there. Grey Storm taking down Jamie. I feel like I should be commentating like a sports.
Do it.
It's funny. Spidey's coming around. He's trying to get to Warhawk. Warhawk's playing the evasive measure, trying to use a wall for the torpedo. Doesn't get it. Smacks him with a swift torpedo right in the face.
Right in the kisser.
Pow! Right in the kisser. RNG Spidey returns the favor, but he is going to go down after all.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, he's going down.
He can... Oh, no. He was just going easy on him.
Down he goes.
Didn't get away.
Mighty Chuck said, what was that? I don't know. What did you get hit by? Can't be as bad as Indoraptor here. I mean, you at least did some damage. But, hey, this is a little baby ship. I can't say anything. He's only level 8. He survived longer than I thought he would. Alright, let's see. Let's rotate some people out. Lakaido's been in for a few minutes now, so let's rotate him with that. Let's go ahead and rotate out MG Jamie. Thank you so much for joining. Actually, I'm going to put Ophiuchus on the other team with the level 8 guy. Let's see here. Let's invite some more people here to...
If you could be a dev of any game, would you quit your job to pursue it?
If I could be a dev of this game, yeah.
Any game.
Yeah. If it was this game, I would, yeah. I imagine they pay okay, you know?
I mean, to play games all day?
Harpo, no. Zeus is already come and gone, man. He had to take off, so we're just doing a couple more custom battles with people prior to departing and ending this stream for the day.
Would you move to Finland, want it?
I would.
Rovio offered you a job?
I would, yeah. I mean, I'd have to buy a whole lot of warming clothes, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm from Canada. I already have the wardrobe for that.
Yeah, you do. Let's see. Vincent B. He's asking us, what do you think of the current state of Defender? I don't know. I think it could use maybe like a turret agility boost, but I think that the versatility of how many blue slots it has really allows for you to make your ship be what you want it to be. You could use a gear loop if you wanted to. You could use a rudder if you wanted to. You have that flexibility with that ship. Yeah, sure, it doesn't have as many weapons, but I think it's still pretty good.
What? Greystone, how did you dodge that?
I got skills.
Clorox wants to know if Carronade is a good weapon for a Mark IV Enforcer. I mean, I think it's a good weapon for you to go ahead and start building now. I think that it doesn't really get to be great until much later in the game, when it has all of its slowing effects fully trained. It can be devastating to someone then. What do you guys think?
Yep. Plus, in a few updates ago, didn't they like make it so that you can get all of your projectiles very early in the tree? Like
they did.
Before it was like level 28 just to get your 7.
Yeah, they definitely did. They definitely did make it a lot easier for you to get your full 7 projectiles early in the game. So now you get it by like level 14, I think.
Yeah. Early on, it's just really too weak as well to like actually be a viable weapon, right?
I think so. I don't think, it's only doing at the lower levels with at least an epic. You're only looking at it doing maybe around 100 a round. When you get it maxed, it's doing 220 plus. So it just depends, I think. So Destroyer wants to know, what is the best build for a Mark III shooter? Cannons.
Mark III shooter. That is 3 slots, 5 points, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, cannons, for sure. Maybe one weapon to shoot over walls. A mortar or something, a grenade. But cannons, typically.
Faux show. Alright, gotta replace Charlie Conway here with our Deceptionist Scorpion. He's not rocking Fixer right now. Oh, wait, what happened? I was replacing Charlie Conway and it didn't happen. There he is. Alright, got him swapped out. Zoltz Mayveri wants in. Okay, give me 1 second here. Alright, let's kick you. We gotta kick you anyways. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to kick some other people here in just a minute. Oops. Oh, crap. What happened? How did that happen? What in the world?
What happened?
I am in a replay of some sort. I don't even know how the heck that happened. I must have clicked like view replay in the chat or something. Was there a replay in there?
Is this your first stream on it?
It seems like it. Dude, like seriously, I don't understand how I just went into a replay. There's nothing in the chat that I could have clicked that would have done that. That was really weird. I'll have to go back and watch that on the stream a bit later, because that was just strange. That was strange. Wow. Okay. Let me balance these teams out a bit, because these things are not balanced right at the moment.
Oh, see ya, Clorox. Thanks for dropping by.
Let's see. DJ Detta, he says, why can you not see all the ships all the time? Also known as the invisibility perk. There's times you see a guy coming from behind a wall but disappears just he comes into view and then just reappears. So we actually talked about that during the stream earlier with Zeus, and basically what it boils down to is just because you're not able to see him doesn't mean that someone else on your team didn't see them and then maybe the view was lost because they changed their position. So you gotta remember that it all depends on this perspective. So that's the reason why like speeders go out and scout, and the team, the enemy team that they're scouting can only see that speeder, but your whole entire team can see all of you. All right. You guys ready?
Okay, so the spectate button is active, and every time I press this, it takes me into one of Royalty's replays for some reason.
That's what I was having. Okay, so that's what it is. Wow, that's weird.
Okay, and it's not even like it's not even a custom or anything, but he's in
the capture the flag, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I just recorded it. I'll show it to Zeus later.
That's really weird.
Coordinate.
Yeah, squad up.
Ready?
I see that. Am I ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
everybody.
what in the world?
Green.
I pressed spectate and it took me into this again.
Yeah,
God
exactly.
dang it.
You can't ready up, can you?
No, I can't. I can't ready up. Hey, Greystorm, go unready real quick.
No, it was the spectate option was there. Like,
It's still just
Maybe
telling
you
me
need to-
spectate.
You need to be in the battle for some reason right now.
All right, let me swap out El Camino. There we go. Okay, got it. That is so weird. All I'm doing is pressing spectate, and it's going. That's so weird. I don't know what's going on there. But here we are. We're gonna go ahead and battle. Let's hope I don't suck. We got 2 fixers on our team. This could be good or bad. Spidey, you gonna protect Art of Deception there?
I will do my best.
All right, let's kill Greystorm. That is my sole goal. Kill Greystorm.
I'm not really sure how much protection Art of Deception really needs, but
No, I agree. What about protecting Scorpion then?
we can. I'll hang out with Scorpion.
Oh, shnikes. Oh, wow. Taking some damage here.
Who got napalm? I hate napalm.
Yeah, I don't know very many people that are like, oh man, my favorite weapon to have on the enemy team is napalm.
yeah.
I don't think I've met anyone yet. Oh, dang it. I did not mean to press... Hey, Ophiuchus is coming around the backside. He's going for Mighty Chuck there. Can we get Ophiuchus some attention? Get Mighty Chuck some heals here. Oh, he's dead. Come on, give me a crit. Yeah, there it is.
Nice, nice, nice.
Why can't I get those in game? Alright. Someone light Greystorm on fire. Oh, shoot.
Who's got mines? I don't know whose these mines are. Right?
They're not mine, so I'm not hitting them. Dang it.
I'm in love with Warhawk's tier 3 legendary standard cannon. He's like hitting for 800 and it reloads 5 seconds later.
Woo! Alright, Greystorm's the only one that's left, guys. Kill him! Kill him! Slew said, so, when's Zeus gonna ban Bitter?
What did I do?
I don't know. Maybe picking on Grim from the last one.
Everybody wants to ban me.
Yeah, that was kind of not fair. I agree for us to have 2 fixers. We'll have to swap someone out. I just threw myself in at the last minute there. I didn't really anticipate having to do that. Alright, let's see here.
Hey, how long are you guys going for?
I don't know. What do you guys think? One more game?
Yeah, sure. I'm trying to eat, even though I'm not even playing, but...
Yeah, we can do one more game. I think one more game would be perfect. Alright, I'm going to swap... Here we go. Let's put Greystorm and Charlie Conway on the same team and see what happens. But I put Art of Deception on the other team. This could be interesting. Alright, I'm hitting ready now before it gives me that spectate thing again. Let's see if it works this time. Alright. Wait, who was already in one of the battles before? I need to move. I'm going to rotate Mighty Chuck and Azrael at... Alright. Just waiting on Swift Warrior and Gray.
Yeah, sorry, I keep getting booted from the call for some reason.
No worries. It's probably Bitter just messing around.
It's always me.
Waiting on you, want it? Can you ready up?
Oh, I thought I'd already done that. That's weird. All right, so Ancient Frogman, he said, how is everyone enjoying the new event?
This is the last one, right?
Yeah, this is the last one, but how are you guys enjoying the new event? How are you all enjoying the capture the flag?
I haven't got to play it yet, so...
Yeah, I played like 5 games maybe in a speeder, and it was pretty fun. But then we had to prep for the stream, so I didn't actually get to play it in depth.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I've only played a few games. I think I've played probably 4 or 5 of the capture the flag. So far, I've had wins and draws. That's it. I haven't had any losses yet. Ooh, man, that torpedo just dropped down Sniper's health. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow. Spidey and Scorpion both going down. Oh, my goodness. Sniper is dead.
Spidey's dead.
Spidey is dead. It looks like Azrael is lagging. Oh no. Wow, that was a lot of damage very early on in the game. That was huge.
That's the thing about the tutorial maps. The games end really quickly.
That they do. So this is going to be the last game, guys. Let's see. Destroyer had one more question for us, which was, he uses a big torp, a blast cannon, and a standard cannon. Is that good? What ship are you using it on? Using that on a Defender?
His shooter, right? His Mark.
That might be.
He's the one who was asking about it.
Yeah, he's shooter. It's
okay.
A free shooter.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good setup.
Yeah,
I think so. Those are all direct. The only thing you don't have is an ability to fire over the walls. That's the only thing that you're missing.
Especially early game when there's Mark 3s going around, because there's a lot of mortar spam happening, right?
Yeah, there definitely is a lot of mortar spam at the lower leagues. It's definitely something different. All right, guys. So I do want to, on behalf of all of us tubers here, say thank you again to Zeus and to the Battle Bay development team for answering those questions that we have and for providing us with that video that you all got to see of the event gameplay. Now, that was supposed to happen. It was supposed to be seen before the event actually started, but they ended up having to boost the event timetable up, and it actually started a date earlier than it was supposed to, or initially scheduled to. Now, I may not say supposed to. So, but I do appreciate them really making the effort and making that video and helping us put all of this together to allow you, the community, to reach out to the developers and ask your questions. I personally want to make a huge thank you to everyone who is involved with the tubers and getting all of this going. Bittersteel with the phenomenal artwork, Greystorm with music and getting everything put together. We got Spidey here volunteering his time, which is freaking phenomenal. And I just thank you guys. I appreciate that.
We appreciate it. Thanks for hosting, man.
Absolutely.
Yep. Nice job, man.
I'll be having plenty of time here soon, so I'll probably host a bunch of events coming up. All right, guys. Take care. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tubers stream, and we hope to see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
Laters.